All right, we're live. Episode 15, the big one. 5. It's crazy, dude. It goes by fast. Let me turn this down a little. Shouting in these people's faces. See, I like it a little closer, but you don't have to. You can keep it wherever you want. Some people like sitting farther back. All right. It's kind of annoying because it's right in your eyeballs, so you can't really see. But today we got on Marky Jerk.
Let's go,
Let's
baby.
go. So how did we meet? We'll give a little background. People like that. They don't get an intro. So probably football, right?
Football.
In high school.
2018.
We got some memories, dude.
Yeah, man. Your senior year, my sophomore year.
The
best football year.
Oh my God, dude.
By far.
Good old days.
By far.
Remember? Oh my God. We used to just spend all the time at your house, like literally 24/7.
Here, whether it was here or after school, like coming here at my house, like the group was like me, you, Tristan, Trent, Tim. We would have so much fun.
So stupid.
Yeah, that year, like thinking about that year, like throughout the four, like obviously you're 2 years older than me, so it was like my freshman year was like okay, my sophomore year was the funniest year for me, like just team wise, and then like junior year was good because like we had that unbelievable team junior year, and then my senior year was fun too because obviously it's your senior year, and thank God we got it in before COVID, and like nothing happened because COVID happened in March, so we got our football season in. So, but sophomore year, your senior year, that year was the best for me because I feel like so much was like I don't know, people were looking forward to that season because obviously like the Turkey Day game, and like we had lost, was it 5 seasons in a row, and like that was the year where it was like, okay, Wesley's back in the game, they're playing solid, like they like have a chance to be Southampton this year, and it was just like I remember just the hype for that whole season, but all the BS that we went through like through camp and like all like the low-key drama, but sitting through it, it was just, you look back on it, it was so funny just to look back and say like, oh yeah, like how many kids left, like didn't make it to the end of the season, like who we ended up getting close with, because in the beginning of the season, like I didn't talk to you, I didn't talk to any Tristan, nobody, like it was just me and like my friends in like my grade, and then we all kind of just clicked, and there's so many memories, just like every time I hear the song Transform by Kodak Black, I think of you because that's the song you played every time when we ran out.
Absolutely. Dude, I forgot about the drama. That's funny. You
remember?
Said that. It was crazy.
Remember camp? How bad that was?
It was like a little girl's
Dude, it was
soccer
like
team.
Yeah, bro. It was legit. Like, it was so bad. Like, I just remembered, like, over the dumbest stuff, too. And, like, it was just, like, all the people. Like, if you looked at our team in the beginning of the season and then all the way fast forward to the end, like, just how different it was, you know what I mean? Like there was so many like changes, and like people that stayed and people that didn't make it, like it was like something I wasn't expecting, at least. Like I never would have thought that many people would end up leaving and how everything worked out, but it worked out good. I mean, we made it to the semifinals that year. We were 1 game away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'll take the blame for that one.
Yeah, that little late hit call.
Oh God,
that was a good year, man. That was by far just like the best year for football, like my high school carear. That was so much fun.
Dude, let's talk about camp. So people don't know what
they don't know what camp is. You want hell on earth? That's
literally
camp. So bad.
Oh my God, dude. So we did practice 3 times a day. It was
3 times a day.
I don't even know what it was. 6 in the morning, like 11 and 3 or something.
We'd have early in the morning. So coach started banging on our cabins at like 6 a.m. Got to be out there for 6:30. We'd be out there till literally like 9:15, like 3 hours, 9:30. We'd go back, shower up, change up. Then we'd eat like breakfast. Then we'd have like a 2-hour break. And then we'd go back and we'd practice for another 2-3 hours. And we'd hit lunch, and then we'd be done. Then we'd get like a little like a 4-hour break instead of a 2. And we would, I don't know.
Everyone just napped. I mean, a lot of the time.
Yeah, we would shoot the shits outside. Sure. Like we like, I remember after the last practice, like we'd go to lunch. We'd go back after the second practice, go to lunch. Then we hang out. Then we'd have our last practice, and that was the worst one because it was full pads. Like that one sucked. Like I just remember like being like hiding out in the woods with Tim. Like that practice was so bad. And then we'd go eat dinner, and then like at the end, like people would go in the pool or they would just chill. And I just remember like having the best talks outside the cabins with like all the like the seniors and stuff. Like just the funniest stuff, man. Like it was good. Like looking back on it, actual camp, like playing football, like it sucked. But like the memories and like just the times like we had and like everything we did was fun.
Oh, absolutely. Dude, remember the phantom shitter?
Yeah.
We walk outside the cabin one morning, there's just a shit right next to the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah, that place was disgusting, by the way.
Oh, my God.
Our camp, my senior year, was nice. Like, we had a kitchen in our cabin, a nice fridge. Yeah, we went to a new place. We didn't go to that same one we were going to.
Damn.
Yeah, it was nice.
You guys had it nice.
Yeah, we did. I mean, it was still hell, but we had a nicer spot to work with. Like, it was a lot cleaner and newer, and it was better, but it was still camp. Like, it sucked.
Oh my God, it was disgusting, dude. Like, the bathroom, didn't someone, like, went in the shower one time, I'm pretty sure, and didn't someone jerk off in the shower? And
Yeah,
just
bro.
all over
just
the floor?
Gross. It's like piss, shit, whatever, you name it, dude. All over the floor. It was disgusting. Like, you couldn't pay me to go back there for, like, an hour. I would never.
Absolutely not.
No.
It's like, it's the only thing I can relate it to is pledging for SAE. They always say it's the best thing you never want to do again.
Right,
and I agree with Cam.
That's 100%. Anybody who played Westerly, like went to Westerly and had obviously Coach Miranda and went to camp, they know like that's how it was. It just is like, yeah, we're getting closer to camp time. We're getting closer, and then once it's there, it's like, dude, like we're going to camp. Like it's gonna suck, but it's gonna be fun. But it's gonna suck.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So on the topic of football, I was thinking of this. Actually, shout out Alyssa for this question. She told me to ask this one.
Okay.
It was, what's your most embarrassing moment in sports? And I can give you mine like right away, and you probably already know what this one is. So it was senior year, and what was it? Before the game, like we run out, we'd run through this banner.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And you got the hammer, and the person that led the way.
You had the hammer that game, yeah.
And what was the hammer for? I think it was the best game.
So the previous game, whoever like played the most dominant, had the best stats or whatever, just played the best, got the hammer to like lead out the squad and run out with it. And you had it that game, I remember.
I had
home
this
game.
Yeah, home game in front of the whole town basically.
Yeah.
And I go to run through this banner, and it's Velcro. And I was like, this thing's going to be so easy to break. I just watch everybody break through it every week. So I just kind of jogged through it, and I end up not breaking the banner.
Just cut a cheerleader's freaking.
Oh my God, someone lets go of the pole. It goes flying across.
I remember that. I forget who it was, but just diced face right
Smoked
out.
her in the face.
Yeah.
She had to go to the hospital to get stitches.
Nightmare.
Awful.
I remember that. I remember like because we were running out, so obviously like, I wasn't up in front, but I was kind of in the middle, and like we were running. I just remember being full charge to run out of the gate and just go, and then like stopping, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I look up and just see like a lot of commotion going up there. I was like, damn.
It was a
I remember
mess.
that. And then there was someone caught it full on video. Your mom did.
I think my mom did.
Yeah, she caught it. She had it on video. She posted it. I remember that.
It's so funny in the background. She's like, "Oh, Jacob."
Yeah, just freaking
so
dude,
funny.
so funny.
That was bad.
Yeah, my most embarrassing moment in sports, honestly, like, I don't know, because like I would like mess around a lot. You know how I was, like me, like especially Tim. Like I always like say Tim because me and him, like, we were not coach's favorites, dude. We were goofing off left and right. Like we were always getting like reprimanded. We were always being like running like on the side, having to push sleds, like you name it. Like every practice, we were doing something to piss him off. And it was honestly, it got to a point where it wasn't even like on purpose. It was just like. We've done it so much where, like, the littlest things would just, like, tick them off and we would just be done. Like, yeah, we were always going through, like, hell through practices and shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, it was worth it, though. It was fun.
It was, so fun. I would go back in a heartbeat. I say it all the time. Like, I miss football. Like, I would go back to high school to play football, like, any day of the week for one more time. And everybody, like, I remember, like, all those guest speakers would be like, yeah, like, enjoy it now because it's going to be gone. Like this, and I would always be like, yeah, all right, like we got, like, I'm a sophomore, I got 2 more years left, it's gonna be a while. Then my senior year hit and it was done, and I was just like, and I remember a sophomore year too being so good because like I was so close with you seniors, and like we had so much fun. Like after football season, like everybody was like, it was elite. I remember that week for Turkey Day, like the video, the like just like us like taking the pep rally video and doing the skits and getting ready for that day, and everybody's so hyped up that like Wesley's got a shot to be Stonington this year. It's been 5 years or whatever it was, and then like we get to the game. We were playing at Stonington, beautiful day out. It was like the perfect time for football weather. Tristan got hurt, and obviously he was rolling that season, so it was like damn, like we thought we were gonna roll him. Like, we thought we were going to steamroll him because just how hot we were playing. And then he got hurt, and we were like, okay, like, it's going to be – and it was a close game the whole game. Mm-hmm. So I remember just being, like, just being there and just being like, crap, like, I don't know, like, I'm nervous. Like, I want to win. Like, we wanted to win. And then we won, and everybody rushed the field, and, like, that was the end. And I remember just being like, damn, I don't even want to go back to school. I just want the year to be over because like I don't want football to end because it was so much fun. Just like all this stuff. Like you look back on all the year and it's just like the whole football season. I was like, damn, like that was so much fun.
No, I agree with that so much. And it's like what you said about the guest speakers that would come in Turkey Day.
It's like
everyone says it like, yep, it's going to be gone.
Yeah.
Like you're going to want to go back. I would do anything to go back. And you're like, yeah.
You're just like, yeah, all right, buddy. Like, let's go. Like, I don't care. And then it's like it hits and it's done. It's like, damn, he was right. Like,
it's insane.
It's crazy. And it happens so fast.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I know. So sad.
All right. So I saw this question the other day. And it's again about sports. And it's what sport, if you had to make alcohol mandatory in one sport, what would it be? Where you either have to go to the bench and you can't drink water, all you have to drink is alcohol, or you have to make it in some sort of...
What sport?
Whatever sport you want.
Dude, I would say football.
That would be pretty sick.
Like, dude, like, just because of, like, it's like a contact sport and, like, everybody's already amped up and crazy. Can you imagine if we just go on the sidelines instead of drinking alcohol and, like, everyone's all, like...
Oh, yeah, people get aggressive
enough. Like you get aggressive, like, it's just, like, you're asking for, a bloodbath. Like, at that point, like, don't even call it football. Like, I don't even know what you would call it. Basketball would be pretty interesting, too, because I think it'd be funny, like, I don't know, you ever see someone play basketball, like, all, like, effed up? Like, it's probably, like, I don't know. But definitely football. Either that or, like, maybe, like, rugby, too. I would say physical sports, honestly.
That would be crazy.
I just think it'd be, like, so entertaining to watch. Like, people just keep getting plastered on the sideline and then just, like, going in and being so physical. I just think that'd be funny. Insane. Definitely contact sports.
Yeah. Football's a good answer. I think that would be dope.
Football or rugby, something like that, for sure.
You only fill up the jugs with beer.
Oh, those like, Gatorade jugs, just straight Bud Light or whatever, just start chugging it. And
then, like, touchdown, you have to celebrate with a beer or something.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
everything you
that'd
could,
be so... That's actually a good question. That's actually... Yeah. No, for sure, football. Something like contact sport.
Like touchdown, wherever they celebrate. So like interception, a turnover. You got the turnover chain, but it's like a turnover shotgun.
Turnover shotgun, yes, dude, for sure.
That would be so dope.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, let's see what else I got. If you could have any extra body part, what would it be?
An extra...
And I have a weird answer for this one.
Dude, I don't know. That's a good question.
So sometimes I think about this. I'm just laying in bed, and I picture myself having thumbs on my feet. I don't really know why.
Like on the side of the foot?
Yeah. And I feel like they're just missing sometimes. So I don't know why, but if I could have one body part, that's probably what it would be.
I don't think I could answer that. I always like picture like having 4 arms, having like 1, 2 out of coming in here, like the side of you, like grabbing, doing like crazy multitasking. But no, I don't know. Probably another arm or something. That's a good question. I don't really have a straight answer for that.
Right. The only reason I had that one on there was because I always think of the toes. And, the thumbs on the thumbs, feet. Yeah. Like, that'd be so crazy. Just I want to go grab that over
right.
there,
Just like grab it with your foot. Just naturally sitting there, grab it. Yeah.
Right. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
So. That's my answer for that one. All right, this is a question. It's going to lead to something.
Okay.
But this is funny. We were talking. So last week, I think it was last week, my aunt and my uncle came over for dinner. And for some reason, we were talking about the podcast, whatever. And we were talking about Manscaped. And I think my uncle, he asked my dad, he was like, how often do you Manscape? And my dad was like, well, not that often, whatever. And my uncle was like, oh, you got to get on that. Like, you got to do that. So I think for Father's Day, I'm going to get them all Manscaped.
Oh, yeah, just get them all stuff. I didn't even know, fresh. Like, I've heard of this, but, like, I didn't even know really what it was or, like honestly, when I watched some of the episodes on the podcast and, like, you had mentioned it, that's when I first was really kind of, like, introduced to it. And I've heard it. Like, someone was like, oh, yeah, you ever heard of Manscaped? I'm like, yeah, like, I've heard of it, but, like, I don't really know what it is. And, like you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know many people that use it, maybe. But, I think it's dope. Your balls will thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's a question. Like, how often you think guys should be out there manscaping and like keeping themselves clean? You know?
Damn, it's like cutting the freaking.
It's like cutting the lawn.
Cutting the lawn, man. You gotta go once a week, maybe.
Absolutely.
Maybe 2. Depends, man.
Yeah, it depends on how much action you
Depends. It's growing season right now. I'm saying, like, cutting lawns and shit, man. I'd say like every they go a week and a half, 2 weeks. That just depends on what's going on. It's the kind of action you're getting, like you said.
You got that right, dude. I saw this TikToker who's so funny. It relates. I gotta get
TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I gotta get back on it. I was so like when I had TikTok, I was like addicted to it. and I couldn't get off, but I gotta get it.
That's the problem. I just sit there and I could scroll for 2 hours.
That's why I got rid of it, because I just my phone would go from 100 to 1% battery. Like I just wouldn't get off of it. So I just keep going and going.
It's awful.
Yeah. What were you saying? What TikTok?
So I saw this TikTok and it was like this guy sitting on the toilet and he was like, when you go like shave yourself and everything before a party because you think you're about to get some action, you go there and you get nothing. That's the worst.
Yeah, it's just like you waste all that time and energy and you go there and it's like, damn, why?
Right. You get yourself, you're hyping yourself up like, oh, dude, I look clean.
Yeah, it's like I was an hour late. Why? Oh, I was manscaping.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for what? Nah, not much. Trying to stay fresh.
Just for the boys, I guess.
Yeah, just for the boys.
Absolutely nothing. That was the worst feeling
clean
in the
cut.
world.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm hitting this read now right here.
All right, word.
Shout out Manscaped. Father's Day is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Father's Day is coming and the weather is catching heat. Whether you have a dad bod or rocking a six-pack, make sure you and your dad are smelling nice and shaved where it matters most. Make your dad proud this year and get him and yourself the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 and the Refined Cologne by Manscaped. The brand new Lawnmower 4.0 and Refined Cologne is perfect for you and the dad in your life to complete your grooming game. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code LRT at manscaped.com. So we've all been there before. We just kind of smell a little bit, especially after hitting the gym.
After a long day at work, hitting the gym.
And even the balls get a little gross. So that's why Manscaped's here to help with all that stuff. Manscaped, the global leaders in below-the-waist grooming, just dropped their Lawnmower 4.0. I hope you're as excited for this as me because this thing is legit. This 4th-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. Do you or your dad travel a lot? If so, then the 4.0 is the perfect trimmer for home and on the go. This upgraded trimmer includes a multi-function on-off switch that can engage a travel lock. It also gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. And it's waterproof. You can now shave your balls in the dark, the shower, or anywhere your heart desires. The Lawnmower 4.0 even allows you to customize your trim through additional guard lengths with sizes 1 through 4. The new wireless charging system uses electromagnetic induction, which can help battery length last longer. Fellas, it's time to pull the plug on wired trimmers and your wild bush. After you guys have clean balls, clean up your cologne game with the Refined Cologne from Manscaped. With the same signature scent that in all the Manscaped formulas, this cologne is a perfect complement to the collection. Light, approachable, and gentlemanly in all the right ways. If the old man is smelling a little funky, this cologne is a surefire way to change that and make him the talk of the summer. Man of the house deserves to smell like a king. Whether it's a gift for you, your dad, or the men in your life, choose Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code LRT at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code LRT. Don't forget that you came from your dad's balls this year. Show your original home some love with Manscaped.
Damn, I might have to hook my dad up for some Manscaped. Put it in Manscaped. Put it in the barbershop.
Right, dude. You know that would be fire.
I mean, he's a barber. I'm like, yo, dad, you want some Manscaped? And put it in the barbershop and start selling it.
Exactly, dude. Everyone would be so down with that.
That's what I'm saying.
You should do that.
I wonder if he know. I'm gonna ask him. I'm like, yo, you ever heard of Manscaped? He definitely has, but it's just like I've never asked him because I didn't. Like I said, I didn't really know what it was. I heard about it, but I was like, is that like a dumb IG Instagram ad, or
right?
Is it for real? People actually buying it? Damn.
Dude, it's crazy. The stuff is actually so good.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Well,
and
I'm gonna ask him.
John told me to buy it a while ago.
Yeah,
and I was like, whatever.
Oh, so he was on it. He was on it.
He was a long time ago, right? It was like the Lawnmower 2.0 or something, or when it first came out. Oh, so it's crazy, and now everyone's got it, and they're all like, "Yo, this is so sick." Yeah,
for sure.
It's dope, and it's so funny. And they're dope.
I just think how they're so straightforward. Your balls will thank you. To me, when I'm looking at stuff like that, when I see something funny on an ad, or it's but it's like they're getting straight to the point with what it's supposed to do. I'm like, all right, what, maybe I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
With anything, it doesn't have to be this. It could be anything. But I just thought that was so funny. Straight up, your balls will thank you later. That's what it says.
It's so dope.
Word.
Yeah. Hey, why not, dude? Their advertising is so specific and it's so funny.
Do they have like an Instagram and social media account? Where they post constant stuff.
Yeah, they actually.
So it's legit.
Oh, super legit. Yeah.
Okay.
It's dope. They have a they were doing this promotion for Father's Day, and
when is Father's Day? That's coming
the 20th.
Okay,
so
it's
next
coming
Sunday.
Up. So yeah, it's like after, okay.
And what you had to do was you had to stitch the video or something and make it funny about why your dad needs it or something like that, and then they were giving away a whole free package or something. So it was pretty dope. So they're working hard to get more involved on social media and stuff, I think, which is kind of hard to do as a brand or a business. You know? It's hard to get both sides. So it's dope that they're doing that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we'll get back into the questions a little bit, right? Get back at it. All right. What's your biggest fear? I don't think I've asked anyone this yet on the podcast.
Actually, that's a good one. My biggest fear. So I used to have like a huge fear of heights, but like once I joined like the WFD, once I joined the fire department, like honestly, like that fear has been broke. Like honestly, like probably my biggest fear, like I don't know, like I know everybody's afraid of something. Like nobody's like super like that. I'm just saying like I never really gave that any thought. I used to be afraid of heights, like being really like in tight spaces too. But I kind of broke that habit with doing that as well. In the dark, maybe being like pitch black, like I don't know, because like I know like I got like ADHD and I have anxiety and stuff. So like growing up, like the littlest things would set me off. Like whether it was something like, you know, I'm gonna sound so stupid, but sleeping in your room at night with no like a little bit of light, like I would never, like growing up as a kid, like I'd tweak, like I just like I always tell my dad, but like crack the door, and he'd be like, I'll crack it.
That's funny.
Like I did stupid stuff like that, but like my worst fear is probably like I could still say it's like being like really claustrophobic in tight spaces. I hate that.
Yeah, I don't really like that either. Dude, let's talk about the fire department. We didn't even get into that. That's sick.
Yeah, dude.
So why'd you start doing that?
So it's this whole story. So pretty much honestly everyone always asks me that. So my whole life I wanted to be a cop, and I still do. But you know, I like this past year was like so hectic for me, and like graduating, COVID, like I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like I was set to leave for the military. Honestly, like I was ready to go. I went to the MEPS. I got my ASVAB done, took that test, took everything. I was ready to go into the military. I was going to the Air Force and the National Guard. I wasn't going to be active duty yet. If I liked it, maybe I would have switched over. But I was going for MP. I want to be military police. My uncle did it, my dad's brother. So I was really serious about that. So my plan was, because school was never my thing. So I was like, all right, let's go to the military. Let's do military police. Let's get like my feet wet, come back 3-4 years, and become a cop. That plan didn't go as well. Some stuff happened. I didn't really want to leave home. I didn't want to be away from family. I got a lot of family here, so I was like, damn. So I told my recruiter, I was like, I know I was I was set to leave in October. So we graduated in June. I was set to leave that October. Yeah. But because of COVID, he told me, he actually called me and was like, they're not sending so many people over right now. Honestly, I know you're set to leave in October. We're going to have to maybe change it. You might not be able to leave as soon as you want. And I know the longer I waited, I put it off. I'm like, damn, I don't know if I want to go anymore. Like I was like, Mom, Dad, like I don't know. But they just told me like, listen, you gotta just do what you want. You gotta follow your heart. Like if you don't want to go, if you're not 100% sure, like this goes to anybody. If you're not 100% sure you want to go to the military, don't go, because then you're screwed. Because once you're in, you're in. Like you're just like being away from home. You don't want to be. That's the worst. To me, that's the worst thing. That's a fear. When you're away from home and you don't want to be away from home and you're stuck in something you can't get out of because you signed the contract, that sucks, in my opinion. So I manned up and I was like, you know what? I can't. I'm probably gonna look like an idiot. Like everybody knew I was going, but I don't care. Like I'm not going, and I'm gonna find another way. There's a will, there's a way. I'm gonna find another way. How I'm gonna be a cop. I'm gonna get there. It doesn't matter how I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. So. And I was like, all right, I'm not going to the military. I'm going to go to school. I was like, all right, I'm obviously not going to a 4-year school right away. All you need to be a cop, you either need military or you need associate's degree, which is 2 years. Or you can get a 4-year. It looks better on the resume, I guess, but it doesn't matter. Some departments don't even require a degree. But you got to be 21 to apply to most departments. Things are kind of changing now. But so I was like, all right, I'm going to go to school. I went to CCRI in September. September 6th I started. September 12th was my last day. I couldn't do online. So I was like, okay, if it was in person, hell yeah, I would have finished the year strong, because like I would have been able to get the extra help. I can't be online, because like I'm not motivated. I won't get up. I won't I won't go to class. Like the rest of my senior year, ask any of my teachers, I didn't sign on once. I sat in my room and played video games and, I don't know, worked out, chilled out, watched movies. I did nothing for the last 2 months of my senior year.
Yeah.
It's sad because, like, we got, screwed over, but I just, like, I hated online school. So I gave it a shot, didn't like it. They said, you're not going to get penalized if you want to drop out and just resign, whatever, you can. I was like, all right. So I took this gap year to really focus on what I wanted to do. And, like, I was like, damn, like, do I want to be a barber? Do I want to take over my dad's business? Like, everyone's always like, oh, why don't you be a barber, take over your dad's shop? I don't know if I want to do that, though, just because it's my dad's shop and it's so easy for me to, let me be a barber and then buy daddy's shop and own it. Like, I didn't want to do that. Like, like, my dad's owned that shop for 20 years. Like, I was just like, I don't know if I want to be a barber. What if I'm not good? So it was like, I was going through all these, like, trying to find, like, all these different things. Like, I was like, do I want to go to electric boat? Do I want to just go straight to work and work a 9 to 5? No, not really. Like, that's just not me. So I took this gap year really to just, like, from everything that happened, just kind of veg out, just relax, figure out what I want. Obviously work, like, just work, hang with friends and family. Just take a gap year. Just take that gap year and just kind of, like, reboot yourself. Just regain focus on what you want to do and go from there. So I was like, all right, this whole year I worked, hung out with friends and family. I did exactly what I preached and what I said I was going to do. And then come, like, 2-3 weeks ago, I was like, all right, I'm going back to school. I'm hitting the books. I'm going to go back. They announced CCRI that I can still be in the RI Promise or something like that where it's free. So I was like, I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm just going to go. And they're all in person. So I was like, perfect. I'll be able to go, get up, go to class, be motivated. Because I have to be in a classroom setting if I'm going to school. Like, I got to be there. So I was like, I'm going to go back for criminal justice and I'm going to be a cop. Because like, every time I'd be like, I want to be something else, I'd always be like, damn, like, I still want to be a cop. I can't give that up. And my best friend, Trent Lamb, we've always said it. Like, I've been saying I want to be a cop since I was 3 years old. Like, that's all I've said. So I just can't switch it. And same with him. Like, his dad was in the force. Like, my dad's brother, my Uncle Dana, my Uncle Pete, my Uncle Frank. Like, I've been around guys in uniform, been around cops my whole life. It's just something I've always been attracted to that I wanted to do. But in the meantime, with the fire department, I joined that because I joined that October 1st, 2020. I got sworn in. I did that because I didn't want to just work and, like, I wanted to be a part of something. Like, when you go to school, if I went to school, 100% I would join a frat. You meet new people, you go out, you have fun. It's like another side to, like, it's the social aspect of it. You obviously go to school, you go to get an education, but you want to have fun too. That's the whole point. So I joined that because I know it was like those guys are all cool. I knew, like, Coach Kevin Marone, he's one of the chiefs there, Mr. Fazzaro. So I contacted Mr. Fazzaro and I was like, hey, I want to join the fire department. And he was like, come meet me down the station. I'll get you application and we'll get you ready and you can get you squared away. So I put in for it and I got the call back and I got sworn in with Kevin's son, Matt Marone. We got sworn in the same day, October 1st, 2020. And since that, they put me through a little, like, Fire 1 Academy, which is, like, for beginners, like, you learn. That was, like, 2-3 months. That was fun. It was, like, classroom. Like, they actually had in-person classes for that. Yeah. And, like, field trainings. We'd go up to the Fire Academy in Exeter, and we would just, we'd ball out. We'd have fun. We'd just go train and for 8 hours a day, and I learned so much. And I definitely come a long way from, like, not knowing anything. Like, I joined the fire department knowing that fire trucks and hydrants are the color red, to knowing, like, how things work, how it operates, just everything. So that was something I did this year that I was, like, proud of myself, saying, like, hey, like, I actually I accomplished something within my gap year. I didn't just like bum around and just work a couple days a week. Like, I was always active. I was always on the move. I was always trying to just get out and do stuff. Yeah. So I joined that, and I've been in since October, and it's been so fun, man. Like, those guys are literally, like, it's like being in a frat, but with a bunch of older dudes that are just, like, crazy and, like, always down to have fun. And when it's time to get serious, it's time to get serious. But it's so much fun. Like, I know I'll definitely be a life member for Westerly because it's just, everybody's good down there, and it's so active, and it's the best. And for me, it was, like, the perfect fit. So one day, hopefully, I'll be a cop, and I'll still volunteer. For sure.
That's awesome.
Both. That's the plan right now. Yeah. That's just the road I'm finding myself on right now.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially now, like, a lot of people being a police officer is probably the most controversial job
it's hard
in the world right now.
100%. It's not a good time. Everybody says it. It's not a good time to be a cop. I mean, they're getting, like, I get it, everything that's been going on, and it's like there's a lot of sides. Everybody has like their own opinion, and you know, they believe what they believe in, and it's just it's I keep quiet because it's such a touchy subject to talk about. In my opinion, like, I just like sit back, I'm just to myself about it, because I would never disrespect any police officer. I mean, people make mistakes 100%, but you know, with me growing up in a family with cops that are good people, good cops, you know, do no harm, just want to just do their job and help people and get out, and that's it. And you know your dad's a cop.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Your dad's not a bad guy. Your dad's a great cop. He's been a cop his whole life. It's just like, I don't know. I just like when that people bring up that conversation, like, damn, you want to be a cop? Not a good time to be a cop. That makes me want to be a cop more. I think it's like, damn, like I want to get out and prove people wrong that say, oh, cops are so bad.
Yeah. Not
every cop is not every police officer is bad. That's not, to me, that's just, it's not true. Like, I don't know, you know, so I just, it's hard. It's definitely right now what the world has gone through, just all the commotion and just the stress and everything. Like, it's a tough time to be a police officer right now, for sure.
Yeah. Well, because now I feel like social media and the news and everything, they'll pick out that one incident.
That one thing.
You know,
it's the worst, man.
Really
It's all publicity and just like, exactly like you said, they'll pick that one thing out and they'll just like blow it up.
Yeah.
When it's not even, it's.
And it's good. Yeah, I think it's awesome that you're trying to prove everyone wrong and be like, no, there's actually a lot of good.
There's
people
a lot
out
of
there.
things. I mean, these guys, like, they go to work and they're not guaranteed to come back home. Mm-hmm. That's one of those jobs where it's like they're strapping up, they're putting that badge on, they're going, and they might not come home, and they got kids, they're married, family, parents, brothers, sisters. Like, it's dangerous. Yeah. So I tip my hat to first responders. It's been a dream of mine to always be a first responder, whether it's EMT, military, firefighter, police officer, you name it. I've always wanted to be a first responder. Yeah. And a cop was just always one of the first ones because I've been around it my whole life. Yeah. So
that's awesome. I respect it. I think
appreciate it.
I think that's awesome, and I think the more that people hear about good things like this, and the more that people understand that there's just bad in everything. You could take whatever you want. I don't care what it is, wherever you go. Right. There's going to be something bad that you can find and pick apart. Right.
And I hate, and it was actually funny because I was watching the podcast the other day with Tabor, and he nailed it. The one thing that I hate, and I'm at fault. Like, I'll do it too, like anybody does. I hate negativity as well. Mm-hmm. Like, like, I'm always like, yeah, I have my moments where like I'm moody and I'm cranky and I just don't give a shit. Like, I don't want to deal with whatever. But like, I hate it when, like, you know, you're out, right? And there's always that one person that's got to bring that negative energy and just like kind of kill the whole vibe. Like, it's like, dude, really? Yeah. Like, come on, not right now. Like, I get it. You had a bad day. Why don't you just like try to have a good time to not even worry about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate negativity, whether it's stuff like that or anything. Like, even on social media, like, social media is so bad now. It's awful. It's like my dad says it all the time. Like, back then, he's like, we didn't have any of that shit. Like, you want to hang out with your friends? You got to plan it on a Friday afternoon at school and get ready to remember your plan for the weekend, because you're not texting and going back and forth and seeing what's good on social media. Like, oh, there's a party here, pull up, like, because it's on Snapchat or it's on Instagram or whatever. It's not like that. So it's everything, the dynamic, it's just all changed. All of it's changed. And social media is just not what it's supposed to be. No. In my opinion, it's not what it's supposed to be at all.
No, I agree. I think people take advantage of it, and
100%.
They twist it to whatever fits their agenda or whatever makes them happy. What makes them look good. Yeah. And what gets the clicks, dude. That's the worst part. Everyone's like, I'm going to say this because I don't care what it is. I'm going to say. And I've been guilty of that. Like,
me too. I'm not perfect.
No, neither am I.
I can't count how many times I've messed up or pissed somebody off or done something stupid, but I mean, I'm young. I'm an idiot. I'll admit it. I'm a dummy. I'm an idiot. I mess up. You mess up. Everybody messes up. That's a part of life. Like, nobody's perfect unless they make a mistake. Everybody. That's the truest statement ever. Yeah. Like, I've had some mess ups, dude. And like, what are you gonna do? Doesn't change. That doesn't mean I'm a bad person. No. You just apologize. You mean it. You learn from it. You move on. And you just don't do it again. Or try not to. It's just. to me, that's just a part of life. It's a part of growing up. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
You mess up, you learn, you go on. That's it.
Yeah. And that's the problem with social media now is you don't grow up.
Right.
Like, you're supposed to be this perfect adult at the age of whatever because you're posting stuff on social media and you have to be perfect. And do you think anyone was perfect? Like, no, my parents weren't perfect growing up. My grandparents were perfect growing up. But now we have this expectation to be perfect because everyone set that. Because if you're not doing exactly what this person wants that might be older than you or the same age or whatever, because you post everywhere, because everyone has to post everything everywhere.
Yeah.
That if you're not fitting that perfect box of what you need to be, then you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. And people have, like, obviously I would never name any names, but people have come at me on social media, whether it's on Snapchat or whatever. It's like, dude, why? Like, if you have a problem, like, you can text me, you can call me, we can talk about it, we can hash it out. You're gonna post about it because why do you want people to know your business? Yeah. Why do you want people to know what's going on? Why? Like, what's the big deal? Like, the way, and like this is the thing too. Social media now, I feel like, has such a big impact on the way people handle things, and it makes things worse.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is too. Like, if like people like it's weird. I can't even like speak about it because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, you could talk about anything. You take it like an argument, relationships, whatever. You say stuff over social media because there's no response back to it. You get no emotion. You could sit here and text whatever you want. You could say, I hate you, I'm going to kill you. Like any crazy stuff like that. And you sit there and you feel nothing. But you say that face to face to a person. It's like,
it's way different. You call somebody out in person or you talk to somebody out in person, you hash it out, way different. Yeah. You do it behind closed doors. You do it wherever. You do it. As long as it's not through this, it's all different. The way it's handled is different. You don't get the wrong twisted message. And I'm not perfect, but I've lost relationships with people because of social media or stuff that's happened. It's their fault, my fault. It's happened to me. Yeah. You know, and it sucks.
That's the worst too. You don't understand how people are saying. I could say this and mean it. We'll take it a funny way. I could say something mean really sarcastic as a joke completely, but because I said it over text and you only see those words, you don't see how I respond or what facial expressions I make or how I say it super sarcastic.
The littlest things people will pick. Yeah, the littlest things too will be picked and blown up. Like we're back to what we were talking about. Like, it could be something as a facial expression, just something, and it's not what it looks like. Mm-hmm. But you best believe social media is making it look like you messed up. Like, you're the asshole. You got a lot of nerve to do that. Like, dude, it's not how it is. It just blows everything out of proportion. Yeah. It's just bad. Yeah, so I hope, if you hear this, I hope social media goes back. Just not even goes back. Just is used the right way. Yeah.
And there's people out there that use it the right way.
100%. There are a ton of people that use it the right way. There's a ton of people that use it the right way. There's a ton of people that use it the wrong way. I hope everybody uses it the right way. That's even me. I've used it the wrong way and I've used it the right way. Yeah. But I've been trying to use it more the right way. I know I've been trying to do my part. I mean, so I'm saying. So yeah. Especially in a time like this. I mean, 2020, that was a rough year. 2021's been pretty good so far. It's just like, I don't know, the whole world's got to get better, man. It's been tough. It really has. 2020 was a crazy year.
Yeah, you got that right.
Crazy. My whole life was just like turned upside down so quick, man. Like, it's crazy.
Me too. It was nuts.
It was nuts.
We're moving on, and hopefully things will be.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody's stronger from it now. Like, clear. Absolutely. Like, everybody's on the move now. Like, we're on the go, man. It's just like, that's it. It happened. Made us stronger. Hopefully that was the end result, and we're on to the next.
Yeah, I think a lot of people learn to, like, actually live life, you know?
Yeah.
You could see how fast it can change.
Like being in quarantine, like, for sure, made me change in a good way. Like, I would, like, detach from all that stuff. Yeah. Whether it was social media or anything. Like, I know, like, last year, March, when school shut down and we got sent home, we were home in quarantine for 2-3 months, whatever long it was. Mm-hmm. I know I got closer to my mom. I got closer to my younger brothers. I'm the oldest, like you. So it's like I got, you know, one of them's 6 and one of them's 14. Like, you know, we were always around each other. So you got, like, you got more of, like, a clear view, or, like, you were like, damn, like, you know, this is, like, there's way more to life and just than stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks. Yeah.
You learn to appreciate more what you had. That's for sure. That's what happened to me. I can't speak on anybody else, but for me, I learned to appreciate more what I had and not take it for so like granted, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that was a big help. That was a bright side. You know, my mom always tells me, it can always be worse.
Mm-hmm.
Everything can always be worse.
Yeah.
Everything. So you always got to put it in perspective and always be like, damn, like I got it pretty good. I'm healthy. I'm alive. I'm good. Let's on to the next. You know, can't spend too much time complaining. Life's way too short.
Amen.
Amen to that. That's
Absolutely.
it. You know, so.
Hey, I like it. I think that was a beautiful way to kind of wrap this whole thing
That's
up,
it,
dude.
man.
That was a great talk, and
Yeah.
I think you're right on the money right there.
Yeah, I hope people listen to it, listen to this. I hope they just get that message, man. Just like life's too short. You can't dwell on like everything, every little thing all the time. Yeah. You gotta go. You gotta get after it. Like, you know, I saw that challenge that you and Tabor are doing too. Yeah. That's pretty. How's that going?
It's going pretty good.
Yeah, I read it. I saw it. I was like, damn, like I'd have to buckle down to do that because like I always like I'm the kind of guy. And ask any of my friends, they're like, oh yeah, Jerv's like he's gonna say he's gonna do this and he's gonna stick to it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sticking to it. I'm good. I'm grinding. I'm ready to go, and then I'm like backing off it. And they're like, you still doing it? I'm like, whether it's like working out, like definitely working out, like I would be working out I would work out for a chunk, like a little bit. I'd start to work out more and more, and then I'd stop. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. It's a hard thing to do. It is,
especially when you have other things going on. So yeah, that's gonna I haven't started work yet, but once I actually start.
Where are you working?
EV again.
Oh, you're going back.
Yeah, that's so good. Once I start, I'm working like that. I'll be working, I don't know.
Well, structure is good.
To 3 or whatever. It's going to be tough to hit those 2 workouts every day.
Yeah, I know, man. You got to find time.
Consistent. Yeah.
But eventually, once you keep doing it, it's like muscle memory. You just get used to it. And then you end up doing it. It's part of your routine. Like, that's why I'm a guy that always survives on structure.
Me too.
I need I can't just be like, I don't know. I gotta always wake up, have something to do, have an end goal, and, like, keep going. Yeah. Like, that's just... Because like I said, ADHD, dude, I'll be all over the place.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Best way to do it.
That's it.
All right, homie.
All right, man.
Well, thanks
I appreciate you having me.
Of course, dude. We got to get another one. That was good.
100%. Listen, talk. You know me. You're back in town now.
Absolutely.
I'm one call away. I live like 5 minutes up the road.
Let's get it.
Let's do it, bro.
All right, homie.
Appreciate you.
I'll see you again soon.
Absolutely.
Peace.